Real Bragging Right is presented by Steel Shad. Cast farther at steelshad.com. Fisherman Central, top brand fishing tackle at fishermancentral.com.
Fisherman Jim Root is turning the camera around and challenging his executive producer Steven Neslage to a one-on-one Real Bragging Rights competition. The guys settle on Steven's home turf of Atlanta, but after looking at the swollen Chattahoochee River, they're forced to head out 3 hours north into the Smoky Mountains for a friendly fly rod only wager. Jim and Steven are battling it out for the most trout over a 2-day period.
Tie ball game, Root.
Whoever wins takes home this week's Real Bragging Rights.
My name is Jim Root, and I'm addicted to catching big fish. I quit my desk job to follow my passion, exploring beautiful places and landing trophy fish. After fishing bass, FLW, and writing a #1 best-selling book, I'm on a mission to showcase the most incredible fishing across America and the world. Each week I find an awesome piece of water and challenge a friend. We place our bets and go head-to-head for real bragging rights.
Atlanta, Georgia's Chattahoochee River is one of the 3 trout rivers in the world that runs through a metro area of 1 million or more people. It's a blue ribbon trout river.
4 straight days of rain, chocolate milk. This river is probably 8 feet high right now. Trees underwater. This won't be fishable for a week, at least. Yep, okay. No, I really appreciate it. All right, we'll see you in the morning. Thank you. Yep, absolutely, thank you. All right, we're hooked up. But we gotta drive 3 hours north and fly rod only.
Brookhaven straddles the Smoky Mountains between North Georgia and western North Carolina. A private trophy fishery, Brookhaven is full of towering waterfalls and plunge pools, and the waters here are loaded with brook, tiger, and rainbow trout, perfect for Jim and Steven's friendly competition.
Hey guys, I'm Jim Root. This is my good friend, Steven Neslage. Steven and I met 5 years ago. I was on the Weather Channel, and lo and behold, dude here likes to fish. So we started fishing together, psyched about where we're headed. It's actually a temperate rainforest. It's sitting at about 4,000 feet above sea level. Private water's not even on a map, but this place is loaded with trophy trout. So ordinarily, I would be overly excited about this bet. However, this fly rod only thing, I think I've maybe caught like 5 fish in my life leading up to this day on a fly rod. How old were you when you caught your first fish on a fly rod? 5. And he's 67 now. So he's caught way more fish on a fly rod than me. You know, where we're going, it's a very narrow creek, a lot of trees, a lot of hazards. So landing even one of these fish for me, it's gonna be challenging. You're going down? Most fish caught, 2 days, loser buys a barbecue. Joining us there at Brookhaven is Jake Talent. Jake is premier guide at Fly Fishing the Smokies. He's been guiding this area a really long time. Jake knows like every corner of this creek, and he knows what the fish are eating. It's gonna be a big help, especially for me. I'm excited. We get down to the first spot, get set up, and 3rd or 4th cast, I hook my first fish.
Fish on. That looks. There we go. Nice.
It's day 1, and Jim takes an early lead with the first catch.
Rainbow or?
That's a rainbow.
Yeah, that's right.
Rainbow trout are gorgeous fish. Their coloring and patterns vary widely, but most have a pink streak along their sides, a white underbelly, and small black spots across colorful scales. This rainbow puts a point on the board for Jim. Steven spots a pretty piece of water. Trout are carnivores and feed on other aquatic insects, minnows, and crayfish. Steven knows there's a good chance the food and the fish will be hiding out near this log. Jim jumps in to give Steven a hand.
Oh, he broke me off. It's like that was like a 14-incher.
Trying to pull, whichever one's sitting right back there is the one I was trying to pull.
A few nibbles here and there. Looks like Steven was right about this spot of the river.
2 nibbles.
Jim cast in after a big one.
Oh, fish!
This fish is gonna put up a fight.
He's a bigger fish. Oh, this guy catch another one right there.
Red horse.
So I'm up like 2-0.
What'd you call that? It's a red horse.
The bright red fins distinguish this river red horse fish.
This dude's the man.
Yeah.
Undeterred by Jim's lead, Steven looks to create the perfect dead drift in the middle of the river.
Is that a fish?
Yeah. Feels like a smallie. I stuck him. He won't go back.
Yep.
What? How many did you catch there, War Eagle?
It's already starting it.
Oh, come on.
Oh!
Those were big fish, like...
Real Bragging Rights is sponsored by Fisherman Central. By fishermen, for fishermen. Top brand fishing tackle at fishermancentral.com. Riversmith. Locked, loaded, and ready to fish. Riversmith.com.
Jim Root invited his buddy and Real Bragging Rights executive producer Steven, a fisherman himself, to Brookhaven, North Carolina for a friendly one-on-one competition to see who can catch the most trout. Currently, Jim holds the lead with 2 fish.
I've had 2 fish fall right to my feet. There's a bunch of fish in there. Lots of chasers, but no taker. I feel like you got good bugs on, and they're not taking them. So you no need to switch out, but with fly line it takes forever to change everything up. Not like you can just switch rods or flip something else on. So if I get stubborn, I want to stick with what I'm doing, but the truth is, I should probably change. This is the same fly I was just throwing, but in black instead of green.
That one's called the Naughty Nancy.
Yeah, mine was
Second cousin to the Sex Dungeon.
Sex Dungeon. I got a whole box full of those.
That's a real fly.
Oh yeah, I know. I love them. I got a little arrogant and did not listen to what Jake told me to do. I thought I knew better than Jake. And I basically skunked myself for the first hour in the river. Finally, I decided to listen to Jake and fish on.
Steven takes Jake's advice and switches up the flies. And after a good fight, it looks like he's landed his first fish. Puts points on the board.
We're working our way closer to this prime location that they've been telling us about, and come out, and here we are at the bottom of this incredible waterfall. This waterfall is raging.
It's loaded with fish. I mean, it is loaded with fish.
Loaded is right. Steven makes his catch in no time. With another trout in hand, Steven ties up the competition. It's 2-2.
I'm catching back up.
It's getting closer than I want it to. This hole right here has got some tiger trout in it, and that's one of the species that we're really hoping to get while we're here. Start making a cast over by a tree, hook a bruiser.
Jim's got a lead. He's after a tiger trout that's hanging out at the base of the waterfall. And he knows this catch could put him ahead of Steven.
Tiger trout! First tiger trout I ever caught. That fish fought so hard. Like I swear I thought that fish was gone. Look at the color on that fish.
For this first tiger trout, Jim is back on time, 3-2. Not to be outdone, Steven tries his luck at the base of the waterfall. He's convinced this spot is loaded with more fish.
And set the hook on the biggest brook trout I've ever seen in my life. When he hit the net, I couldn't believe it.
That's a freaking tank.
Brook trout. Yep.
So we're tied, we're running out of time. We need to start making our way back down. Rain is coming, but I want to hit my hole on the way back down. So we get down in there and I make it my first cast. I hook a giant.
Yeah, that was a big fish. Did you see it?
Breaks me off. Second cast.
There you go. I just saw one. See that?
Hook another giant.
Oh, come on.
Oh!
Dude. Are you serious?
Breaks me off.
That thing had a license plate on it. It won't eat again, will it? Just lie to me next time for future reference. You don't ever say, no, you won't. You say, oh yeah, he'll eat again. Just lost a giant rainbow.
You have to have a lot of things go right.
Oh, I know.
In a stream this small. And you just saw, like, you can go over 2 in 1 minute on pigs.
Those were big fish, like.
So it's looking like it's gonna end in a tie. I retie again, make one last cast.
There's no way that Jim's gonna settle for a tie.
Hey, take it easy. You're on 5X. Wow.
Yeah! There we go. Heck yeah.
Rainbow.
Dude, I need a bigger net.
My heart was racing at the thought of like the fish coming off.
I can't believe how beautiful that fish is. Oh, green. Shoulders and like holding the fish out. That is a beautiful freaking fish.
Another rainbow trout gives Jim the lead.
So you're up by 1
Roots up one.
at the end of day 1.
Yep.
The last time we were in this spot, I was happy for Jim to catch a big fish, and this time, he's on his own.
Jim Root and his executive producer Steven are battling for real bragging rights in Brookhaven, North Carolina. The guys are trying to catch the most trout over a 2-day span. And after day 1, Jim's ahead, 4-3.
Day 2?
Day 2. We came up here originally to get away from the rain. Rain caught up to us, so we had to wait for that to pass, but ready to whack them.
It's colder today, the water's lower, which is good. So a little bit different strategy. Jim is up by 1.
Big one. I figured we were good.
No, I'm not buying
He
barbecue.
says we have to have a day 2.
I'm not buying barbecue. So we gotta shoot for first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
1 shot, not best 2 out of 3. I'm gonna beat you the first time and then I'm going. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
I never lose.
Steven gets to cast first. He finds a good spot on the river and digs in.
I felt 2 tugs. It was like set and then up. So I may have just caught it.
Only got away. All right, so we're gonna go down in the top of this run here. It's gonna kind of curve around. I want you to drop it right in the bed of the current. And just follow it right on the edge where the current meets the slow water, all right? And let it wash out the side.
So last time they were down here, but we're gonna start up here first and just kind of eliminate that water first.
We are, yeah. There's
Okay.
Has some good luck up top.
Which way do I want to try to
You're gonna-
turn that fish? Do I want to bring it downstream?
Well, you want to try to bring them in toward us. We're gonna be standing in the slower stuff.
Okay.
You'll have a good opportunity to bring them into the calm water, and then we'll get the net to them. We're gonna start off with a stone fly. We're gonna drop it with a little tiny nub. We're gonna run it deep. Hope for the best.
Okay, man, I'm ready.
The last time we were in this spot, I helped Jim net that fish. Not this time. I was happy for him to catch a big fish last time. This time, he's on his own.
Jim follows Jake's advice. He's looking to bait these river trout into slower water for a catch. A few nipples here and there. The fish just aren't hungry.
Could not land a fish. The water was much lower. The fish had moved. They'd gone deep. It was a really, really, really difficult day on the river.
The guys try a different spot. Nothing.
How big was it, Jim?
Looks pretty though. Bummed that I lost it. Today is tough. Fish are not cooperating. So full moon yesterday seems to have really hurt us. I mean, they stay up all night just gorging themselves. So sooner or later they gotta eat. When they do, then jack them.
We had a full moon the night before. We think they might have been eating overnight. And with full bellies, low water, clear water, these fish were down at the bottom. It looked like we were gonna have trouble finding one fish. Looking for a first fish of the day. The water's really low, it's really clear. So we're gonna sneak up and try and flip in a green woolly booger. See if somebody's hungry.
Steven thinks he'll have better luck landing a trout in the lower, clear water.
Yep, fish on.
He was right. Steven hooks a beautiful rainbow trout.
There we go. Tie ball game root. Rainbow trout, beautiful stripe.
This pristine river is catch and release, so Steven lets his rainbow go. It's 4-4.
I looked straight into the camera. I told Tanner what I was gonna do. Walked right there. I did it. I held the fish in my hand. I looked right at the camera and I taunted your ass.
Clock is ticking. I think we only got like 5 minutes left. So keep my fingers crossed and hope we don't have to go into extra innings.
This segment of Real Bragging Rights is brought to you by Cortland, world famous fishing line since 1915. Gear up at cortlandline.com. Breakline Optics, made for the outdoors. Start your next adventure at breaklineoptics.com.
None of this would have been possible without Eugene and Jake from Fly Fishing the Smokies. If you're looking to take the trip of a lifetime to catch rainbows, wild rainbows, browns, it's an incredible fishery, it really is. Thanks you guys.
Jim has baited his executive producer Steven into a friendly one-on-one competition. They're fishing Brookhaven, North Carolina to see who can catch the most trout. The loser buys the other guy barbecue. It's a 4-4 tie going into the final stretch.
Tie ball game. We're going back to the waterfall for the grand finale.
All right, so we really gotta capitalize on our bites. If we get them, we might only have 1 or 2 shots and that's it.
You don't need to say that to me, bro. I'm Mr. Capitalization. You need to give that speech to Steven over there.
You capitalize on your bites.
Give me a rock.
No.
Local guide Jake shows Jim a hot spot on the river.
Somehow I get bit. I land the biggest wild rainbow of my life. Jake says that's a trophy fish. It's like 14, 15 inches.
And it's enough to put Jim back in the lead over Steven. It's 5-4.
That was an incredible fish right there. I love fishing at this waterfall. This is where I caught my tiger trout. And now I just caught my personal best wild rainbow. You're the man.
Catching wild fish in the waterfall hole.
Yeah, the waterfall hole is like, it's incredible here. It really is. I mean, I'm back in the lead again. And clock is ticking. I think we only got like 5 minutes left. So keep my fingers crossed and hope we don't have to go into extra innings. I'm in the lead. The clock is ticking on El Jefe.
Steven gets in the river one last time. But unlike Jim, he's not having any luck here. After a couple of casts, he calls it.
I got the W, and I needed a W.
Looks like Jim Root has landed the most trout and will be taking home this week's bragging rights.
Game over, man. Couldn't do it. I'm buying barbecue.
Before I go feed my face, I just want to say real quick, none of this would have been possible without Eugene and Jake from Fly Fishing the Smokies. They have, I don't even know how many thousands of miles of water that they guide on here between Tennessee and North Carolina.
It's unbelievable fishing. We are so proud of the health of these trout, the numbers of these trout, the different species that you can catch when you're here. Golden trout, tiger trout, rainbow trout, brook trout, brown trout, and that's just the trout population. We've caught bass, crappie. It's an unbelievable fishery, and it's just the icing on the cake of this unbelievable club.
It's an incredible fishery, it really is.
It's unbelievable.
Thanks, you guys. See you next time.
I don't lose bets very often, but I lost bragging rights. So I'm buying Jim barbecue at the best barbecue restaurant in the state of Georgia, maybe the best barbecue restaurant in the southeastern United States. Wings are incredible, brisket's incredible, mac and cheese is incredible. Jim, this is your victory dinner.